gold and purple. And all the shades of green and blue. They're all in there in the white of the first pages of early Hungarian history. The knowledge and the beauty and the music and art of 1,000 years to come, all anticipated in the songs and manuscripts of a nation that over 1,000 years ago found its place in the community of Christian nations in the heart of Europe. The written word has always been held in great esteem, and the Hungarian language regarded as an important carrier of our national identity. However, it's also been a barrier to international recognition. A real breakthrough. The Nobel Prize of Imre Kertész for Faithless, a novel on how a child survives the Holocaust. And this young hero has already come to life on the screen. Visegrad, one of the brightest royal courts in 15th century Europe. Thanks to a Hungarian king and his Italian queen, everyone who counted in contemporary Europe made an appearance here, bringing with them the spirit of the Renaissance and new life from under the blue skies of Italy. Craftsmanship from abroad. Hungarian pupils, fast to adopt the skills from their foreign teachers, and their successors over the centuries. Witnessed the centuries of Austro-Hungarian coexistence, a palace to serve and please. Hungary's gift to Emperor Franz Joseph, also King of Hungary, and his beautiful wife Elizabeth. A family seat, a home if you like, as against the seat of the empire in Vienna and the royal seat in Buda. Lilac, the favorite color of Sissi, besides of course the green of her beloved surrounding woods. The blue Danube. And another part of the world heritage, the former royal castle of Buda. Buildings that saw a lot of history, now house history. Most of these altarpieces are some 600 years old. Paintings, new by comparison. Masterpieces from the 19th and 20th centuries. And some of the moderns. László Moholy Nagy, Lajos Kassák, Amerigo Tóth, and Victor Vasarely. You might say Franz, we say Ferenc, in reference to a world citizen who chose to be Hungarian. This was because he fell in love with Hungary, through something that he felt expressed most adequately the spirit of the nation. Hungarian music. So what is Hungarian music? Of course, Ferenc Liszt and the disciples of his disciples, Zoltán Kodály, and the songs of the villages, meadows, and riverbanks. The greatest Hungarian composer of the 20th century, Béla Bartók. A conductor of international renown, Sir George Solti. Two of the really big names of contemporary music, Péter Ötvös and equally known in the world, Kurtag. All these together? Yes, all these together and a lot more. The new century saw the birth of a modern metropolis, Budapest. In an unprecedented architectural boom, with transportation modernized, the capital of a nation was celebrating the 1000th anniversary of its statehood. A world exhibition. Communication was revolutionized with a new Hungarian invention, the telephone exchange. New crafts and industries came to life, amidst a general feeling of upswing and well-being. All that brought to a sudden halt by the Big Bang of the First World War. It took several years for the seeds sown by the careful hands of some excellent teachers to bear fruit. Some of their pupils simply changed scientific thinking in the world. A mathematician credited with devising the first computer, John Neumann. Two men who worked out the basis of nuclear physics, Leo Szilard, and Nobel Prize-winning Eugene Wigner. And Denis Gabor, the physicist awarded with the Nobel Prize for inventing the holograph. And yet another Nobel Prize-winning Hungarian scientist, Albert Szent-Györgyi, who discovered vitamin C in paprika, a vegetable his alma mater, the town of Szeged, has always been famous for, and is to this day. Today, known internationally as Bio City, after its unique medical and biological research activity, Szeged continues to be paprika country. And of course, Salami Land. From André Kertész to Robert Capa, and a great many contemporaries, Hungarians have excelled in the art form of the 20th century, photography, and in filmmaking. It's not enough to be Hungarian, you also have to have some talent. That warning refers to all those successful Hungarian directors, from George Cukor through Alexander Korda to the director of Casablanca, Michael Curtis. And in their footsteps, director of photography Vilmos Zsigmond, director Ferenc Rófusz, and the first ever Oscar-winning Hungarian animation The Fly, and film director István Szabó. The Oscar-winning film Mephisto was based on some of the real dilemmas and tragedies of the pre-war years. What followed in reality was no less tragic. Despite it all, life continued. The first big victory scored by an oppressed nation, the assertion of pride, of all places, in the football field, and the hero whose name the whole world has learned, Ferenc Puskás. And in the boxing ring, László Papp. Real heroes and a real fight for freedom in the streets of Budapest in 1956. It took another 33 years for the country to regain independence. In that decisive year of 1989, Hungary took an active part in the events that reshaped the political face of Europe and opened a whole new age for Hungary. An age in which the values of the national past are being held in high esteem. Also, one that appreciates and supports the values of a modern civil society. An age in which we use and offer the world the benefit of our natural resources. One in which we can continue to be proud of our sportsmen. And an age in which Hungarian research and development attracts some of the major multinationals to set up headquarters. From the country that once gave the world the holograph, now 3D television, and a whole generation of young inventors just around the corner, they will build the Hungary of the future. A land of many colors. A country where advanced technology and 21st century architecture arise on the firm foundation of all those centuries of a rich cultural heritage. The 3Ds together, past, present, and future. In a European country, now also formerly part of Europe.